Let's take it to the first game of the weekend. It was Friday at Stamford Bridge. It was Chelsea hosting Little Luton, but we're going to stop calling them Little Luton because it sounds a bit demeaning on them. So Luton Town went to Stamford Bridge. Unfortunately, they ran into an informed Raheem Sterling, a great right side of the pitch in Mustoe and Sterling combining, and Nicholas Jackson getting his first Premier League goal, which I think Chelsea fans will feel will be first of many.
Yes, I think Nicholas Jackson has the potential to get lots of goals given the way that he plays, and he's an on the shoulder guy, so he's not a back to guy, he's not a link up guy, and we looked at him first half, Rob. Yeah. And the story's a good one for him after this game, but the story wasn't a good one in the first half.
No, his link-up play
was bad. He gave the ball away a lot. His first touch wasn't good. But I do like a striker that wants to run there all the time, running behind. And he did. And he got his goal late on. It's a good ball in from the right side from Raheem Sterling, Rob. We've got the new look midfield now with Caicedo started the game with Enzo and Conor Gallagher. And there you go. Look, just you know when we consider underappreciated, right?
Yeah.
It's too late now. I'm not going to pick Conor Gallagher, but that's kind of what I feel about him at the moment, Rob. I don't know whether you agree with me. Conor Gallagher's the one that's always going to get pushed. Yeah. Lavia's going to come into the side, and you've got Enzo and all these expensive midfield players. He's going to be a filling guy, isn't he? He's not going to be. He is, but he's been doing so well.
He's going to be a filling guy for Chelsea, or he could be a star for somebody else.
Yeah, he could.
And that's the decision he and Chelsea might have to make.
Let me chuck this at you. If Conor Gallagher starts scoring goals, he could have scored.
He stays at Chelsea.
Could he be a star at Chelsea?
He stays at Chelsea.
Yeah, I know he stays at Chelsea. Yeah. But
he could be a star at Chelsea because they haven't got another midfield player who's going to get you regular goals. If he can get me 8 goals a season from midfield,
he's going to be part
and
of that
do all
midfield.
That with the energy and that, he'll play in their team.
I know.
So he
had a chance with the side foot. He didn't take it.
I want him to get goals.
I want him to get goals because I think it makes it interesting. Yeah. I don't want to see Lavia and Enzo and Caicedo in the same midfield. Yeah. You want something a little different. I mean, Terry Venables,
kid who's come to the academy, and
they're all different attributes you want as a three-man midfield. You want different parts, and they're a little bit.
Well, I think the good thing for Conor Gallagher is he's still there. They could have got him out. People were looking for him.
Poch must like him.
There's something that Poch likes, and he's dynamic, Rob. I remember seeing him in training. I saw Chelsea in LA when they were there training pre-season. He's dynamic. When he runs forward, he runs past 2 or 3 people
with
real pace, real power.
The star of the show was RaheemSterling.
Yes, my friend. He was nearly my underappreciated performer of the week, by the way. Because I do think I know that we've had a million underappreciated, but he's one I think at times underappreciated. In a team that's young, inexperienced forwards, in a real transitional period of a football club, a new manager, a new way of playing. I thought his interview after that we saw with our friends from Sky was really interesting, really mature of a 28-year-old who's decided the next 5-6 years of my career I'm dedicating to football.
I want to produce.
Other things outside the game, my commercial stuff and that, can take us a back seat for now. When he was in, I went into a press interview that he did during the summer, one of the Premier League pre-season games. He talked about his nutrition. He'd been to somebody, he went on a special diet. He said, I was just kind of pound or two too many and it wasn't making me feel sharp. So he's looked at that. He's looked at his off-field work. He's looked at making sure he's right. Apparently he went in to see the manager and talk about how he can be more dangerous. How can I position myself?
He didn't like his positioning.
His back was always to goal and he felt he was joining in and deep. Now he wants to get goal and Poch has basically said to him, get wide, get turn and run at people. I mean, it's incredible. And I just wonder if Poch is that manager who's a little softer than some of the guys he's had in the past, a little bit more arm round him, cajoling him, and I just thought he was excellent. He was a great example of what Chelsea are going to need if they're going to be successful.
I don't want to repeat what you said, Rob, but I think it's so important that Sterling in the interview accepted. I think he said, Rob, I've been a bit blurred. I've been a bit blurred last year, disappointed.
Been the focus.
As if he wasn't. He said he wants to focus on 24/7 again football and my career. And when you see him running with the ball right now, he's different. This is different.
It's scary, isn't it? Again, he's gone back to scary Sterling.
His feet are quicker as anything. And I think that the Pochettino point's another great one. And that's how Pep used him, Rob. Always wanted him to take on the last defender because that's the hardest bit. And it's not easy to do that. And Sterling's very good at doing that, as you saw for the goal that he scored. So that is almost like a new signing. Given, he's only been there. He hasn't been there very long. He's a couple of years. But that his improvement and his dedication and his mind, whether it's Pochettino, whether it's Sterling himself, That's it. And to be fair, that's how it should be. He's a professional footballer. You know, you want to be achieving and playing at your very best. So his form right now is a story with Chelsea, and they're still finding their feet. And you know, they win the game comfortably 2-0 against Luton.
Three.
Sorry, was it 3?
Yeah, 3, wasn't it? 2 Sterling goals and then the.
Oh yeah, he assisted on the third goal. Yeah.
I want to chuck one at you because I know you don't. You've got counter argument. I'm happy to hear your counter argument. Malo Gusto is a young player, a French international player, who's coming to the side. He was bought as an understudy for Reece James, which I totally get. Saw him all through the summer in the Premier League Summer Series. Fit, aggressive, can get forward, understands the game well. Obviously built up a nice relationship with Sterling. Is there a chance that Raheem Sterling that Reece James could be a right-sided centre-back in a 3 and Malo Gusto be the right-sided player?
No. There's a possibility, of course. I just think we saw it before.
Pace, I know about his pace on that outside.
I just think what's Reece James's best attribute?
I think he can do. I think he's hybrid. I think he can attack well and put balls in the box. But I think he can defend well, and I think he can even attack from those positions. And Gusto could sit in for him.
I love Reece James as a wing attacking. That's really attacking the last line. But ultimately, Rob, I think Chelsea are going to want to play a back 4.
Yeah. Do
you know what I mean? And Gusto, I like him a lot as well.
Yeah,
I just don't know whether he's going to have to be a little bit patient. And by the way, does he have to be patient? Because Reece James is injured a lot.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to play a lot of minutes, Gusto. So I hear you, but I know you're trying to find the ultimate 11 and have Reece James and Gusto down that side with Sterling. I mean, it's a pretty formidable looking 3.
Yeah.
And maybe there's if you can balance off in the centre and the left side, so Reece can say, "Go on, Reece, you go as well."
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
It should. Again, it goes back to balance. But maybe if you can get that third centre back on the right side to really attack, and that's some 3 players on that side, and then the other side's a little different because Chilwell prefers it on his own. I think.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to run.
He doesn't need a winger. So the project at Chelsea is fascinating. It's fascinating.
And I like it. I got to admit, I like it. What I see.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.